Hello everybody, this is Rita of the Shadow. Welcome. So today's topic is about the four temples. So what are the four temples exactly? Because I think many people have this question, and so yeah, and so this is in the information from C.S. Joseph's website, and I will link the source in the description. So anyways, so I will just explain the way that I understood it, and because I'm still also learning, so I will maybe add more information as I learn about them later. But yeah, for now, from a very top level, it's like there are just four groups of the four types of the four major categories. And why are they grouped like this? Well, this, to understand this, you have to already have the knowledge about the four sides of the mind. And so yeah, this is assuming you already know why these four are together. So if you know about four sides of mind, then you know this is the four sides of mind table for the INFJ, and this is for the ISTP, ISFJ, and INTP, etc. But regardless, as long as you fall under any of these four, you will always get the other three as neighbors. Same as here, same as here, same as here. So that's why we have not we as in the C.S. Joseph team, not me, but yeah, they have identified the four groups, and then from these four patterns, they have observed some common thing that is about this group. That is, what is their purpose? Obviously, when we talk about purpose, in my personal opinion, the purpose for life is just to live and experience. So, but what they are talking about here is the purpose apart from living and experiencing. Because, you are already around, for most of us, we will be around for some time. So while you are around, you might as well do something, yes? So that is maybe, the focus that you might have if you fall under any of these four types. So there are four major types. Sorry, there are only four types, because 4 times 4 is 16. And for the soul group, they focus on the person's character, their core identity, and whether or not someone is being truthful in terms of being truthful to themselves, being authentic. So yeah, so they care a lot about the character, so they have labeled it as soul, but yeah, it's just a label. And this one is also mind. So mind, for the mind temple, they focus on the education and learning, understanding, teaching. So for this group of people, they care about understanding something, figuring out, and helping other people understand. So that is the purpose of this temple. And for the heart temple people, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Most people know what this means. It's like passion, emotion and being intense, and expressing or receiving the expressing of emotion. And yeah, so these people are the heart tempo, and these people are the body tempo. So just because it's called body tempo, don't automatically associate with physical pressure. It is more about creating something, bring something to the world that we live in. But that is not only limited to the physical object. It can also include bringing a theory into reality, bringing an idea into reality and passing them on, so passing on your knowledge to the future generations for the all humanity to see. That is kind of like the body tempo. And so that's why these two are kind of related, because you need to teach to pass it on, right? So they have definitely, you can see a connection there. And then this one, you can also see a connection here. In order to have a character, have an identity, you must also have feeling and have passion and stuff like that. So these two are kind of linked together, and these two are kind of linked together. And on the left side is kind of more abstract, and on the right side is kind of more concrete, you can say. So that is basically the 4 tempos. And then they give us this drawing they call the origin pyramid or something like that. And so if you see a graph like this, and in the middle is the origin, so whatever how do I call this, origin tempo you belong to, that would be your origin. So if you are an INFJ, then that means you have a soul origin. Or if you are an ISFJ, you have a heart origin, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, and this dash line means the divide between abstract and concrete, I guess. So how should I explain this? I have to use the example from Master Cheat Sheet. So in the middle for INFJ is the soul origin, and then the dash lines here. So if you have abstract on the top, then you concrete on the bottom, or vice versa. If you have concrete on the top, then abstract is on the bottom. And the next thing is, so that is so this is rule number 1, and this is rule number 2, and rule number 3 is if you so the top is the living virtue. Let's go back to so top is the living virtue. So whatever your origin has, it will also have the same attribute. So if you have soul origin, this one will be soul origin. And on the opposite side, you have the deadly sin. And so if you have so that is another rule. So if you have soul here, then on this side is the what? Is the is the mind, I think. It's the mind. And if this one is the heart, this is the body. No, that's wrong. I think soul, body, heart, mind. Yeah. So okay, so if you have soul here, then body is here, and then heart here, and then mind here. So the soul is, always direct opposite to the body, and the heart is always direct opposite to the mind. So that is how you figure out, which one belong to where, or which temple belong to where, I guess. So yeah, so this one is the origin temple, right? So even within your origin temple, if you are an NFJ, you also have your own, personal mini temple. So for INFJ and ESTP, they have the same mini temple, and in the middle they have intimacy, and on the top they have soul, and the opposite side is the body. I was right. And you have heart and mind on this side. So yeah. So, and conversely, if you look at the ISTP and ENFJ one, they have the mind temple, then they have mind temple here. So because body is on the same side as the mind, so if mind is here, body must be here. And because mind is opposite of the heart, so this mind must be heart. And if body is here, then soul is here. So that is how you figure out which color goes where. For the words, unfortunately, I don't know how they come up with it. I think you just have to memorize it, and I guess the words are, keywords based on an observation to give a meaning to the different temples. So, like for the INFJ example, our soul origin is about the intimacy, and so so we care about being close to another human being, and we have the virtue of chastity and the vices of lust. So this doesn't only apply to sex, even though it can include that kind of activity. But yeah, so anyway, and this one is, so these two usually have an opposite attribute, and these two usually have kind of opposite meaning. So yeah, so this is how you read this thing, and I don't know how they come up with it. This thing, I think it's just based on their own observation from experience, collecting data, and and finding a pattern. Everything is about finding a pattern. You make an observation, and then you recognize a pattern, and then you form a theory, and then you test out your theory, and then you revise it. It's like all the scientific approach goes like this. So I think that's how it works. And so that means the 4 temples, so I already explained how this related last time, but I think now it will make more sense now why this why I wrote it this way. And so yeah, so that is kind of how you figure out which kind of nurture you have, because if you identify with so the way that you use this, I guess for me, I'm still learning also, but I think first you look at the horizontally. It's like, are you shadow development or subconscious development? So you pick one of these, and then you look at the up and down, which one describe you more, and then if you feel more close to this one or you feel more close to this one, then you have either UF or SF. So yeah, so then you use this little table here to find out exactly which one you have, and that would be your octagram basically. So I think that's what I wanted to explain for this video, and feel free to correct me if you notice any mistakes, if you know better than me and you recognize any mistakes. So yeah, so thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.